Everybody wants to win, but nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to win, nobody wants to work. Everybody wants to succeed, but nobody wants to take a risk. Why is that? Why is it that everybody wants to win, but nobody wants to put in the work or take a risk or get uncomfortable? And you know what? The funny part is, if you speak that to somebody, if you say that to somebody, they will say, that's not true. I do want to get, like, that's not true. I'm okay with, like, that's not true. In the past, I did this or that or whatever. Most people, on top of all this, can't even handle the truth. Now, look, everyone's idea of success is different, but I think for the most part, we have goals and dreams and things we want to achieve. And with those goals, dreams, and objectives comes work. Like, our life purpose is to be valuable in some way, is to provide value in some way. But a lot of times we miss the mark because of laziness. We miss the mark because of bad habits. We miss the mark because we are afraid to get outside of our comfort zones. That's where growth happens, is outside the comfort zone. You might be watching this video right now and saying to yourself that you have things you want to achieve, but the question is, are you uncomfortable right now? Because you're going to be uncomfortable one way or the other. The question is, are you going to be uncomfortable in your pursuit of your dream? Or are you going to be uncomfortable because you don't have the lifestyle you want, you don't have the money that you want, you don't have the relationship that you want, you're not going to have the things that you want? Like, but you're going to be uncomfortable because of that, right? So, like, which one is it going to be? See, my brother wanted to be just like me. I'm a Marine, and he's 10 years younger than me. He wanted to join the United States Marine Corps. And the thing about my brother is he was 17, so he was the right age to join the Marines. He was 6 foot tall. He was the right height to be a Marine. He was, graduate from high school, so he had the education level in terms of high school to join the Marines. Problem was, he didn't actually study at all. He was in the Philadelphia school system. They passed everybody. Couldn't take the ASVAB, the entrance test. Couldn't pass it. And the other problem was he had decided to get real lazy on his life. He got lazy. He gained about 150 pounds. He got up to about 300 plus pounds, which was way over the weight standard. And so here you are with this young man with hopes and dreams and goals and things that he wants to achieve, but he's not willing or able to put in the work right now to do it. So he's calling me all the time. Max, the recruiter doesn't want to talk to me, man. The recruiter doesn't want to hit me up. I'm like, oh, bro, what are you talking about, man? The recruiter doesn't want to talk to me. Well, why not? I don't know. I went in there. I took the test. Well, what'd you get on the test? Well, I got a 7. A 7? Well, no wonder he doesn't want to talk to you, man. Have you been going to the field out back to go run? Have you been going out to the field to go run? Oh, yeah, well, I go out there and I walk around. Well, how many times you walk around the thing? Well, maybe 3 or 4 times. At this point, I didn't realize how overweight he was. I didn't realize how out of shape he was. I didn't realize how lost he had been. But he was really, truly out of shape. He was in bad condition. And it wasn't until my mother sent me a picture of him when I was like, oh my gosh, because at this time I was down in Florida. He was up in Philadelphia. So I didn't really see him that often. It was just phone calls or whatever the case may be. And so he graduates from high school, and I realized that if I want this young boy to succeed, I have to interject myself. Because he keeps telling me I want to be a Marine. He keeps telling me about this goal, this big goal to be a United States Marine. So I take matters into my own hands and I bring him down. And he comes down to Florida. And the day he gets here, I told my mom, I said, don't pack anything in his bag except a couple shirts, a couple pairs of shorts. He gets down to Florida that day. We get from the airport to the apartment, and I go take him for a run. He almost died that day. Half a mile run, almost died that day. 350 pounds at 6'1", flopping around, moving around, couldn't breathe on the ground, suffocating almost. It was scary to see that. And he looks at me and says, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. And it was at that moment where I realized that he was about to quit on himself before he even begin. And this is the point that a lot of people get to. They do something, it's uncomfortable, it's hard, and so they think that they can't do it anymore. They don't continue to push, not realizing, not recognizing that everything worth having is going to be uncomfortable. Like, it's not going to be easy in the beginning of it. That's why people don't do everything, because they don't have the bandwidth to push through the hard stuff. But this was more than just a dream. It was more than just, I want to be a Marine. It was like he needed it too, though, because he didn't really have a lot of things going for him, and the military would be willing to accept him if he got within the standard. So I had to inspire him that day. And right there on the street, I explained to him, you do have what it takes. You can do it. You will do it. You must do it. It's non-negotiable. You have to get it done. You have to get it done. There's no maybe, can, should I, what about? No. You got to get there. So I put him on a strict diet. That diet consisted of tuna fish, chicken breast, and spinach for the next 6 months. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner: chicken, spinach, tuna, spinach, oatmeal, water. That was it. For the next 6 months, every day we ran. Not every week, every day we ran. Every day we were training. And as I was training with him and as we were running, his run time would get faster, his confidence would grow, his weight would go down, his confidence would grow. Get stronger, more push-ups, 10 more push-ups, his confidence would grow. 0 pull-ups turn to 1 pull-up, turn to 3 pull-ups, his confidence would grow. Every day, I had to put him on a study program so that way he could pass the entrance test. He took a lot of practice exams, a lot of them. Every day he took one. Every day I opened up Webster's dictionary and I went ahead and I had him write 30 words and 30 definitions every day. And then the next day he'd have to read those 30 and then write the next 30. And every day we repeated that over and over again till he knew every word in the dictionary. You know why? Because it no longer was about wanting to. It turned into the fact that he recognized he needed to. It was a necessity. See, Eric Thomas, he has a quote. He says that when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll become successful. And I think he got to a point in his life where he recognized that he wanted to succeed more than he wanted to breathe. Like, he wanted to succeed more than he wanted to eat junk food. He wanted to succeed more than he wanted to relax and play video. Like, he wanted to succeed more than all these things. Like, he wanted to win. He wanted to thrive. He wanted to take things to the next level. He needed to. Because when you have a need, it hits different. 6 months goes by. He takes the ASVAB again. He goes from getting a 7 to getting a 74. He becomes an engineer. He goes from running a 25-minute mile and a half to running an 8-minute mile and a half. He goes from 320 pounds to 179 pounds. Lean, mean, fighting machine. Ready to go. Primed up. Because it was work. It was dedication. It was discipline. So the question I have for you here, the thing you got to take from this is the goals that you have. How bad do you want them? That's my first question to you, is how bad do you actually want the things? It don't have to be trying to be in the military. It could be starting that small business. It could be getting that promotion at work. How bad do you actually want to do that thing? Because if you don't really want to do it, like legit, genuinely, like if you don't really want it as badly as you want to breathe, if you don't want it more than you want to sit down and chill, if you don't want it more than you want that cupcake or that piece of cake, like if you don't want it more than that, you're never going to get it. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to do the hard things? Are you willing to pick up the pack? See, David Goggins, he's got this saying, who's going to carry the boats? But the boats is metaphoric. The boats aren't real. The boats is about a dream. The boats is about the work. Who's going to carry the boats? Who's going to do the thing? And then it all comes back, right? How bad do you want it? Because everyone says they want to succeed, but no one's willing to put in the work. No one's willing to say, I'm the guy, choose me. Here am I, send me. It's all talk. That's why you have 8.3 billion people on this earth. And you have such massive levels of poverty in every country. You have 8.3 billion people on this earth. 93% of people report that they wish they were happier. Not realizing that happiness does not come from just a random assortment of life events. Happiness comes from making an active decision to be somebody, making an active decision to create your future, making an active decision to become valuable in your own life, to yourself first and then to others. Happiness comes from something called, it's an A word, a word that starts with the letter A. Happiness comes from achievement. When you achieve things, you become happy. You win the race, you're happy. You win the marathon, you're happy. You finish the book, you're happy. You start the business and make some money, you're happy. That's how you become happy. Happiness is a result of hard work. And what happens is that fades. And then there's the next chapter. So the question is, how bad do you actually want it? Are you like most where you say you want it, but you don't really mean it? You just kind of like the idea, but you're not willing to sacrifice time, energy, money, nothing. You're not willing to put in anything for it. Name something, name a machine, name an item, name anything that you can put something into. Put something into. You get something out. Now name a machine that you don't have to put anything into it and it creates something, it produces something. Doesn't exist. You have to put in the supplies, put in the tools, put in the materials. Your hard work, your sweat equity is the material. And if you're not willing to do that, then this is just another video going by, just another YouTube video that you're watching. That's all it is. It's not anything. It's just words, and it's just, that's all it is. What are you willing to do to get what you want? How bad do you actually want it?